Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Omori. So we went from one boss fight to directly into another boss fight.
Yeah, this is a double header.
Oh, well, it is we're like the final boss, I would guess, sort of.
In this route, this is the final dungeon, and these two might as well be considered the final boss. Yes.
Right. So,
Like in a pure gameplay sense, yes.
it is like Ultimecia summoning Griever.
Is there a different final boss in the Omori route?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
I'll definitely give them credit for having two distinct routes that are very different to play. But let's see. What is our final boss here?
Is it the whale?
It's the whale.
Oh shit, really?
Yes.
I was kidding.
The whale is hungry.
You know, if the whale wanted to eat us, it could have when we stepped into its mouth to get down here.
Well, the three sisters have been keeping him satiated.
Oh.
But they're out of clams to feed him with, so... And you ate the slime sisters.
Gross. That's some questionable gelatin, to be sure.
But yeah, every door's locked, so...
Uh-oh.
I'm suddenly reminded of that moment at the end of the first season of Sailor Moon Crystal, where because they didn't have the guts to just kill off the generals the way they did in the manga, they all just show up at the end and get nuked by Metalia. And it's just like, why did you even let them live if this is just what's going to happen, you know?
Maybe they wanted to consider a different approach.
No, they just didn't want to show Sailor Moon or Sailor Mars or anyone actually killing anyone. Because, you know, killing is wrong. That's why Sailor Moon suddenly stops reducing monsters to dust about 8 episodes in and starts saving everyone. And for like the entire 5 seasons of the anime, instead of killing monsters, she's saving people who have been turned into monsters instead. Ooh.
Is this like in the like an English dub change thing? Or
No, it's actually just an anime adaptation change. In the manga, okay, the Sailor Scouts are fucking brutal. Like, the very first time they fight one of the generals, I think it's Jadeite, Sailor Moon catches him in her tiara, which can just turn into a thing that holds someone down for some reason. And then Sailor Mars fucking incinerates the guy, which is tragic because I think Jadeite was her lover in a past life, but never mind that part. The point is he's reduced to cinders. In the anime adaptation Crystal, they didn't want to have Jadeite actually die in that scene, because that would be one of the Sailor Scouts killing someone, and heroes don't kill people. So he just survives inexplicably and is in the next scene for some reason. And then, since he has no part in the manga, he's just kind of there until Metalia kills him off later. In the original anime, for like the first 10 episodes or so, Sailor Moon would actually kill the monsters. You know, they would reduce them to a pile of dust. But then, as soon as the fucking, monster crystals or whatever come in, and they start turning actual humans into monsters, every, monster encounter after that point, from then until the end of Season 5, is someone who's been turned into a monster and needs to be turned back into a human. Because heroes don't kill people, you see. They don't even kill monsters.
When people turn into monsters in the manga, do they kill the monster anyway? Like, even though it's a person, do they just not give a shit?
That doesn't happen in the manga.
Oh, okay.
They're just monsters in the manga.
The manga is a lot shorter. It's most of what the anime does was to lengthen the story, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Also, Monster of the Week was popular because of Super Sentai. And what are the Sailor Senshi but a girl Sentai team?
Yeah. Anyway, so we're fighting the whale pimples.
Yep.
This is our final boss.
Yeah, Humphrey, not only has a lot of health, there are multiple phases.
Right.
So you're in this for the long run.
He did it again. He did it again. He smiled right before the
So
This is fucked up, dude. Omori finally finds happiness and you're freaked out about it.
He's sad. It says it right there. He's sad.
This is it. Finally gonna make a better situation for myself and learn how to smile. Finally smiles. Fuck off. Stop. That's freaky.
It is.
So, in the Omori route, what's the final boss then? If this is the final boss quotation marks of
That I don't know because I did not spoil that for myself.
Yeah, I didn't spoil it for myself either. So
Well, what good are you guys?
Maybe you should play the game.
No.
Do you know how fucking annoying it is that we can't have deeper dives into the discussions without it actually happening on
I'm
screen?
attempting to give you this deeper dive, and you're like, oh, no, I don't know that.
No, you're trying to read the last page first.
Well, since you're supposed to play the Omori rip of the Sunny Road, that's more like the middle pages first, I think. But, you know, same principle. Why am I even arguing about this? What is life? What is the meaning of my existence? Why am I here? Why are you here? Why is anything here?
are you ready for round 2?
Yeah. It's a pimple with other pimples. What's it called?
It's Humphrey
Attack.
Humphrey Grande.
Humphrey Grande.
Ariana Grande's lesser-known younger brother.
So this is like when Ultimecia fused with Graver and became a weird sort of lion-woman amalgam thing.
Hybrid.
What were they
thing.
smoking when they designed the middle phases of that final boss?
I think they were just taking. I think it was just the junctioning system to its logical extreme.
Yeah. I shall junction myself onto Griever. I don't know if any of this shit sounded graceful in Japanese, but it sure doesn't in English.
So yeah, this boss fight goes on for a little bit.
Yes, it does. We are fighting an angry pimple covered in happy pimples. This is...
If you want to be taking the most advantage out of Aubrey's anger values, you should have the enemy inflicted with sadness because they take more damage from angry enemies.
Yeah.
Why does he smile when he gets hurt?
Probably because
I
there's
think-
only one damage sprite.
Yeah, because I think he defaults to his normal sprite when he gets hurt.
Well, I mean, I've been editing this stuff, so I know that other enemies, like, say, Sweetheart, will, like, have, like, an oh no face when they get hit. So,
Well, yeah, but they're not Humphrey.
why?
Like Humphrey is already all encompassing, and he knows that they're just delaying the inevitable. So what's there to fear?
Okay, that is a less disturbing read than where my brain went with it.
I mean, for the sake of conversation.
All right, do you guys want me to spoil the final boss of the Omori route in Omori?
I'd rather you're not,
Okay.
but thank you for asking.
You see, I'm thoughtful like that. I'll just spoil some other thing instead. Turns out,
Hi there, face here.
oh god, you just unlocked a core memory. Shit, I haven't thought about face.
Were
since...
you eaten by face?
No, it's just I haven't thought about face in probably 15 years.
This must be one of those Nick Jr. After Night specials.
Where it swallowed us. Okay.
Yeah,
Now we're...
so that's the photorealistic human bones. No, we were. Yeah, I guess you're not wrong.
So we went from the Slime Girl ASMR trio to an actual fucking vor video. That's
Yeah, but you know, the people picking a favorite Squid Sister, those are the real weirdos. Am I right?
You are, but the distance is not as far off as it felt like it was 2 seconds ago. I like how there's just fucking photorealistic rib cages and shit along the bottom of the screen. You know, fucking cartoon pimple man. And then suddenly photorealistic bones. And he's like, move aside, Flowey, the uncanny horror domain throne has been, like, just stolen out from under your roots.
Okay, now granted, I've never played Undertale or, like, seen an entire playthrough. I can't think of anything from that game that is as disturbing as some of the stuff we've seen in this.
Well, what I'm referring to is the Flowey boss at the end, where it's sort of like a mishmash of cartoony elements and more photorealistic elements and a kind of weird copy-paste collage of madness. But,
Yeah, because like there was a very Photoshop Flowey at the very least was very surreal in its design. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is also still pretty unnerving given the subject matter, because like you have this really goofy looking whale, but
Oh, I'm not talking necessarily about this boss in particular. I'm talking about Omori as a whole. Like, there's been some freaky shit in this game.
We'll be getting into much freakier shit later, too.
Yeah, so, like, I don't think anything in Undertale, from what I've seen, comes close to some of the stuff from this game.
No.
Like, I mean, this kind of has some, like, it's freaky when you think about it for this specific boss, but, like, compared to some of the other stuff, it's not nearly as bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, because I think it's also just a difference in genre as well. Well, not so much difference in genre, but focus on the genre. Because I think Omori is labeled as horror, or at least psychological horror.
that was a good question. Let me see. I'm going to look that up on Steam, because I know Steam has a psychological horror tag. Let's see. Yes, it is. The first tag, psychological horror.
Yeah. So by principle, I think it's just going to have more intense imagery than what Undertale, because Undertale, like, can get pretty intense, but that's not the point of the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not imagining it. He's suddenly smiling.
I think he always smiles. I think you just might be misremembering it.
I might be, yeah. But, like, I could swear that in previous parts I've seen the release energy animation, and Omori is just like...
You mentioned jumping for joy, but he still has this sad face.
Well, I don't know. I never, like, looked specifically at Omori when they jump for joy, but, like, when it's the close-up on everyone's faces before that, Omori has always just been, like, we're doing this again? Okay, yeah, sure.
Jesus Christ, Maury. Why do we keep it like these things? But it should be said, like, this boss fight at this point is just party-wide attack, which is him trying to bite you, and then single target things. So, honestly, the fight's over at this point. Just don't let up on the heals, because I almost ate it, because actually that wasn't unintentional. I almost lost because I forgot about the raid wide.
It's no use.
Why did we get ourselves into this mess?
Because we're looking for that thing we don't remember.
Yeah, the guy.
Why is there a face on the dangly thing?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is the one and done. Yeah, once you attack it once, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's just gross, though, is more the thing.
Also accurate, because if that's the uvula, right? So if you fucking punch that once,
you're throwing up.
Yeah.
That's an animation, sure. Why not?
Oh, Lord. As soon as I saw it twice, like, how many times am I going to do this?
Oh, it's because you got swallowed multiple times while you were inside the thing, so you were actually inside, like, a stomach within a stomach within a stomach.
Yeah.
I didn't expect them to acknowledge that quirk of the animation.
And if you have been keeping up with the Hangman letters, those two should be your final two.
Yep, and they are, so.
So are there still like more fake ones that you could find?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But at this point, you're kind of free to do whatever you want in the dream world at this point. Well, that you can go. But since we're not in the Omori route, there's only so much we can do.
It's basically opening up to let you find the correct letters that you missed.
Or other side quests and that sort of thing. Because I was a little confused by this point. Because the game doesn't entirely point you into what you should be doing. And just kind of leaves you to your own devices.
So, like, if you hadn't been finding the letters at this point, the game just sort of stops and you just fuck around?
I would assume so. But I was keeping up with the Hangman letters at this point, so at this point, Black Space was unlocked, so I had a destination. But if these aren't your two last letters, I don't entirely know what the game does to, like, say that you're free to go wherever you want now.
And if you lose the Hangman game, you get a bad ending? Or you get a different ending?
No. There's enough to get everything, so.
Okay.
You will never actually lose the Hangman game.
Welcome to Black Space.
Yeah, this is the final area of this route.
You've been avoiding here as long as you can remember.
Okay.
So we need to return back to Basil's house, which is now all spooky.
All right.
This is why you gotta check for mold.
Ugh.
This hell is of your own making, Basil.
This place looks like that guy who kept letting his pipe leak was living there. Like, for way too long. Oh no. Something is waiting for you.
There's something on the wing.
Okay, here we go.
Not quite yet. We have to get there first, so we got a few minutes of story to do. So there's a hole here. Go into the hole.
Yeah, every time you pick up a letter, it leaves a fissure on the ground that you can check for some additional flavor text and spookums. Yeah, it also fleshes out the world. So every time you collect the right letter, you should always be checking those holes in the floor. Trust me.
All right. The fuck?
Some dude chopping down a tree with a noose on it. Or maybe the tree has a light bulb and you just got to turn it on.
Okay, bye.
It's like one of those tree lamps where the switch is a noose. That's pretty fucked up. I wonder if someone made it.
Can you go back into Humphrey after you...
Nope.
No? Okay.
You can. Yes, you
Oh,
can.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Because there is a mandatory letter inside him.
Did you just cut back to going to Basil's house?
No, because you have to go this way.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
The path to the truth. So you have to go to Black Space to find out what really happened.
What's with those locations? Is it like telling you where the letters can be found or what?
No, each location it mentioned was the ending of a section of the dream world.
Oh.
So the second you get close to the truth, you wake up mysteriously.
Oh, I see.
But we're getting close to the truth again, so...
That's funny. Like, I forget where you had to go to get to this. Because I don't remember swimming in this as, like, these...
You go into the whirlpool that Humphrey leaves behind.
Oh, see, I did not do that. Okay.
Oh, you went back the way you came?
I went back the way I came, yeah. And fast traveled out of there. This is all new to me. I completely missed this.
Yeah, fair enough.
I like the texture on the wall, which is like arms reaching up and down.
Yeah.
So they're basically spelling out what's going on in the dream world.
They haven't outright said it yet, but we are getting very close.
Well, they're basically spelling out like what the connection between the real world and the dream world is, like with all of these. Like, you made Mari into your save point because you didn't bear to lose her, and like you're remembering your friends as you used to.
Yeah. I mean, there are hints also throughout, like earlier in the stuff too, because I'm not sure if Ryan demonstrated it earlier, either through the other world. What the hell was the name of the forest that was? Oh, Pyrofire, I think was forest that's near Sweet. Yeah. There is a dude you can talk to before you pick up one of the mandatory letters that basically spells out what this world is. There is also a hidden entity inside of Sweetheart's castle that you have to check a certain wall tile to reveal. And they also spell it out, like how things work in this world. Without explicitly saying it, but at that point, it's easy to put 2 and 2 together.
Whew, okay.
But yeah, next time we'll be going to Black Space and all the spookums that await us. So look forward to it.